Hey, hello, and welcome back. I am Debbie Peterson of Getting to Clarity, and this is another episode of the Getting to Clarity show. I am so happy to have you here with me. And as always, if you've got a topic you'd like me to cover, please send me an email at debbie@debbiepetersonspeech.com, and I would love to create some content around that. So today we are talking about a big tool in your tool chest, and it's going to affect your relationships as a new leader. So if you are into making a bigger impact in your relationships at work, especially as a new leader, you're going to want to know about this. So stay tuned. So what we're talking about today is a tool, and it is one that every new or emerging leader needs to understand because it helps you to convey your leadership presence, your essence, your style to the people that you work with. Because in building strong relationships with other people, whether it's your team, whether it's with other people, they have to know what to expect. They have to have an understanding of who you are as their leader and what to expect with your interactions, your communication, how it is that you show up at work. And that is where rapport comes in. So establishing rapport is a key tool for anyone who wants to be an effective leader in any industry. It doesn't matter. Because trust and communication are the foundation of what you accomplish and the leader you become. And rapport in building those relationships is what's underneath that. So according to the NLP principles that I've trained in, resistance from your team often signals that there's a lack of rapport. Now, rapport is merely where you have common ground, you have things in common. It is the foundation of trust. When people see someone that is like them, they are more open to them. They are more willing to trust them. And that is what rapport building is all about. Finding common ground, building relationships, building trust. So when people are resistant to you, it means that you don't have enough in the rapport bank, so to speak. So the signals that you get from your people are going to indicate whether you've got strong relationships or you have weak ones. So what exactly is leadership essence and rapport? So leadership essence refers to you at your core. It is your core values, it's your core behaviors, and it is the skills that make you unique as a leader. So we're talking about a unique combination of qualities that makes you the kind of leader that you are, that indicates your style, and something that is effective and authentic. So it is what your team sees outwardly and they sense inwardly. Because rapport is all about creating a sense of connection and trust with other people. So when rapport is established, communication flows smoothly and resistance diminishes. Yes, more of that, please, right? So wherever teamwork and client relationships are vital, mastering rapport can significantly enhance your leadership impact. I would say just about anywhere. Now, who would you say needs to hear this? Well, I would say everyone, but it is especially important for new and emerging leaders. So, for example, consider Sarah. So Sarah was a newly promoted team leader at one of my leadership development workshops, and she works for a community bank. And in a conversation with her, we uncovered that she struggled with getting her team to buy into new strategies and her thinking, and she was facing a lot of resistance. Now, here's the deal. Sarah's personality was very analytical, very cut and dry, black and white, and risk assessment was by far her gift. How her mind worked, it was just amazing. But people skills and relationship building, not so much. So what we did is by making a subtle tweak and customizing some techniques to focus on building rapport, Sarah started having more success in finding common ground. She had things in common with other people, and those relationships started to really take off. It had a big impact because her team began to trust her more. Okay? Small tweaks, big impact. And then relationships started to improve. And that's the power of rapport. It doesn't take a whole lot. So how do you do it? How do you incorporate rapport building into your leadership? Well, first and foremost, you want to understand and acknowledge resistance. You don't want to stick your head in the sand and pretend it doesn't exist because it's not going to do you any good. So when faced with resistance, don't dismiss it. So view it as feedback for you, again, indicating that there is a lack of rapport. So just this subtle shift in perspective for you as a new leader can help you address underlying issues more effectively. Next, you want to find that common ground. You want to start building that rapport. So engaging with your team members to discover what are the shared interests? What do you have in common? What are the shared goals? This helps to build a foundation for understanding on both sides, and it starts building trust. Listening. You'll hear this a lot in the strategies that I give you because listening is the biggest tool you have in your tool chest when it comes to your communication. But active listening is a difference. So practice active listening by paying full attention, being present with them while you're having that conversation. Make sure that you are um, paying attention to their concerns and whatever feedback they're giving to you. Because again, that can help you grow and be more effective in your leadership. Reflect on their words and their emotions. So you're going to hear their words, but you're going to sense their emotions. And that will allow you to show understanding, connect with them as people, and show a little empathy. Next, consider your communication style and adapt it. This is one of the biggest communication errors I see out there is that we communicate the way that we want to communicate. That's not how everybody else communicates. So you want to tailor your communication to match the preferences of the person you're communicating with. How do they want to communicate? You know what this does? This allows you to build common ground. It allows you to build rapport, yes, and it can make your messages more relatable and easier to accept. Next, consider being genuine. Be who you are and as transparent as you can whenever you can. And I know that's only to a certain degree. Sometimes you can't be as fully transparent as you would like, but as transparent as you can be in any given moment. So being authentic, that helps to build trust. Be open about your intentions, your decisions, and encourage your team to do the same. And then finally, consider regular check-ins. Don't just zoom in and have a conversation and then check out for a while. You want to make sure that you schedule one-on-one meetings to maintain open lines of communication and have that opportunity to build those relationships, to develop that rapport, to reinforce your connection with your team members. Okay? So what can you do now? Start by building rapport with your team today. So within the next 48 hours, pick one of the tools that we talked about today and put it into action. Try it for 2 weeks or maybe 30 days. Pay attention to what happens, okay? And I'd love to hear about what happens too. So for more leadership tools or to explore my speaking and consulting offerings related to impact-driven leadership, you can visit www.debbiepetersonspeaks.com. And let's work together to create a leadership approach that makes a bigger impact for you and your organization. So until the next time, here is wishing you the clarity that you deserve to make the impact you desire. Take care, and bye-bye for now.